Hi, my name is Paulette Amos Gross. I'm the CEO of the African American Chamber Foundation. I joined the African American Chamber in 1999, officially 2000. And I came in as the chairperson for the women of color. And I did that for about 6 years. And then all of a sudden, they asked me to be the treasurer. And then I went from treasurer to vice president and to president, CEO. And we started in 1979. What the chamber does is we advocate for small Black businesses in Stockton in the San Joaquin Valley. And also what I found to be a good thing for what the chamber does is when I had my business out at the Juneteenth Festival one year, they came around and asked me to be a member of the chamber. And I thought that was so wonderful that they were trying to get me involved in the community things that we do in the chamber. And then they said, come on and be a member. And so I've been a member ever since. And then I've been advocating for the small businesses in the San Joaquin Valley for education, for economics, and for chamber development.
I'm Luetta C. Wood, and I've been with the chamber now for a little over 3 years. And I love the fact that the chamber is founded on 5 pillars. And with those 5 pillars, it consists of accessing capital, entrepreneur training, contracting, membership development, and advocacy. And so with that, it kind of helps to cover all 5 of those. And during this pandemic, it seems like so many different things happen so fast, and the small businesses, African American business, was not getting any assistance. So we looked at the what was going on in the community, and we started interviewing chamber members and started trying to see how we could help them. And from that, we developed a checklist in order to go back and have something to measure it with. And through that checklist, we found that 3 out of the 5 pillars was what the members was having problem with. And number 1, they was not accessing capital. And then we found a lot of the paperwork and things was not in line. So we need to do some entrepreneur training. And then from that, we also had to go back and do chamber development. And that chamber development was where we continued to work over and over again. So we developed this checklist and started going down the list. And we realized that there wasn't record keeping was a problem, and reason why they wasn't able to access capital. And so when all those began to tie in together. And so after putting our task force together, we started going to each member and helping them. We developed training classes for them so that they could actually attend the classes. And with this, we weren't able to do classroom training, so we had to do Zoom training. But it still was a way to get that information out there. And so the number 1 was record keeping, telling them, teaching them how to get these records in line. How can we help you? And then the next part was being able to credit repair. Because you can have all those in line, but your credit is not good, you're not going to be able to access the capital. And so with that, and then with the chamber itself as a whole, we continue to work on developing the chamber. We start looking for leadership within the chamber, and we start bringing in great people to be able to teach from within. And where we didn't have the strength within, we was able to pull from the outside. And so we had everything that we need within. So now we're moving forward. And so with that, we're just excited about it to be a member of the African American Chamber. We have several levels that you could start at. And one single person would be $125, and that's a year. But it get you all the training, everything that you need. And one good thing about it that we also found during the checklist is that there were no brick and mortar. So we actually started with the chamber incubator. And so with that, we have rooms available that they can rent. You can have your sole room, or if you just have a smaller business, you can have an incubator and share with someone else, which is called our shared space. So it starts at $125 all the way up to, depending on how many employees you have, and everyone would be able to join in with that. Our next classes that we have coming up, we will be preparing a business plan, because we have a lot of people that is interested in that. We also have Day About Your Business coming up, which is our youth, and we would be appealing to those to kind of train them for the upcoming after they graduate and then going through school. We also have Multicultural Festival, which bringing in and all the different cultures coming together. So I'm excited about the chamber. I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm very excited to be able to help the community because that has been my goal. I'm retired now. I've been retired now for almost 2 years, and I just able to give my time back to the community, which is so passionate with me. So that's what I have. I love God, and I love helping people. And I'm a member of the New Greater Love Church of God in Christ, and I just enjoy being able to help God's people, especially those that cannot help themselves.
And for the first time, the chamber is going to have their first high noon tea. Just check with the chamber to see what that date is going to be announced.
And we're also very excited because for the first time, the chamber actually received resources from the community. So we, on Wednesday, we was awarded, the chamber and the community nonprofit organization was awarded a $165,000 grant so that we can actually help out to give back to the community. Some of the nonprofit organization in the area, and that was through our Mayor Tubbs, and the Stockton Strong Correlation, Bank of America, AG Spanos. They all came together and decided to help us. We're actually building a digital website along with a Black business directory. So each and every person can go to our website, which is AACSJ.org. And when you go on that site, membership is up top. You can click on that. Further down in the page, you will actually see the Black-owned business directory. Put your information there. That is all free. Everybody can be a part of that. You don't have to be a member, but we encourage you to do so because there's a lot more benefits that we will be able to share with you.
African American Chamber of Commerce.
Woo! Happy anniversary!
Hello. I am pleased to welcome you to the reintroduction of the Stockton, California chapter of the Lynx Incorporated. My name is Fionn Davison, and I'm the chapter president, and I am accompanied by Glennis Dove, our vice president and program chair. The Lynx Incorporated is an international organization of professional African American women, founded in 1946, that is devoted to strengthening African American communities through fundraising, education, and advocacy. The Lynx chapter supports civil rights organizations such as the NAACP and others, and has worked to increase appreciation of the arts and recognition of African American artists. Since its establishment in 1966, the Stockton chapter has dedicated their efforts to our national goals, friendship, and service. The Stockton chapter of the Lynx Incorporated is committed to bettering lives and serving the communities of the greater Stockton areas, San Joaquin County, and Stanislaus County through education, volunteerism, programs, and initiatives. And now Vice President Glennis Dove will now reflect on chapter programs.
The Lynx Incorporated programs include 5 facet areas: the arts, health and human services, international trends, national trends, and services to youth. The Stockton chapter has received first place, best practice, and single facet awards through the years for their community service programs. Project Gold, a mentoring program for single mothers desiring to further their education. Project Lead, an effort to close the academic achievement gap of middle school students. Safe Schools, a junior high tutorial program. Healthy for Life, a childhood obesity prevention program. Haven of Peace, a woman and children's homeless shelter mentoring and support program. Rosebuds, a student mentoring program, to name a few. In addition, the chapter has hosted a community human trafficking forum, spent countless hours providing training on sidewalk CPR, and provided scholarships for graduating high school seniors.
Currently, Our focus is the importance of being counted. We must be counted now. We must double our efforts to complete the consensus application. Why? We need a complete count to make sure that the system works. It is beneficial for future generations and to make sure our children are counted. Census is about money. It determines the funding for emergency services, Medicare, Medicaid, education, healthcare, Head Start, lunch programs, response to emergency disasters. Census is about money, political power, and resources. Census enforces our voting rights. Are you aware that $3.3 billion are lost each year due to the low percentage of African Americans, people of color, not completing the census? Our African American communities and our communities of colors are lagging behind due to these low percentages of census participation. Let us not diminish how we are counted. Please do your part to complete the census application. It's easy. It only takes less than 7 minutes. And please vote because we matter. Thanks to Stockton Black Family Day for this wonderful opportunity to address you today. Thanks for being supportive. And congratulations on your 52nd annual Stockton Black Family Day.
Hello, my name is Deidre Davey. I am the first Vice President for the NAACP Stockton branch.
And I am Bobby Bivens, President of the Stockton branch NAACP. And we are here today to be a part of the 52nd anniversary celebration of Black Family Day in Stockton, California.
Now, the U.S. Constitution requires that every decade we count our country's population. By April 1st, every household will receive a notice to complete the 2020 census and be counted. The NAACP Stockton branch is urging you, the community, to respond to the census. Our objective is to get a complete count. The NAACP Stockton branch has partnered with the City of Stockton and San Joaquin County to target the hard-to-count community. This community includes